I thought that was one of the most brutally honest, courageous, heartbreaking comments I've ever heard. He said, yeah, I married the first woman who would give me attention. And I had to tell him, hey man, you're not broken. You're not weak. You were starving. You were starving for love. You were starving for affection. And someone came and offered it to you. And unfortunately, that didn't last very long. But what about now? Now is where you start the healing process. So when a guy says, I married the first woman who gave me attention, what he's really saying is, I never felt wanted growing up. You know, he didn't know how to value himself. So anyone who saw him in that light was a gift, because he didn't choose her out of alignment, he chose out of lack. And I get that. It's nothing to feel shame about, because when you're starving for connection, the first person who makes you feel visible becomes your lifeline. You never really asked about her wounds. Is she healthy? You didn't ask if she was a good match for your values. You just felt chosen, and that was enough. But what felt like love was like when you get that first bite of food after you've been starving. You get relief from your hunger, and that relief becomes your commitment. So as always with the secure husband process, we first start by noticing. Just notice where you confused attention with love. Because attention feels incredible when you've gone years without it. You know, it lights you up. You're saying, finally, someone sees me. But attention isn't the same as alignment. And it's not the same as shared values or even emotional safety or mutual respect or long-term compatibility. Attention is short-lived. But see, love is long-term. Love is a foundation. Love is something that you can build a marriage on. And that can be very eye-opening when you stop and think, okay, did I choose her because I knew who I was and what I needed, or did I choose her because she made me feel less invisible? That honesty isn't about shame, it's about clarity. And you just notice it. And then once you notice that, you can choose to stop shaming yourself for that choice. You did the best you could with what you had. You weren't weak. You were wounded. You were unaware. You were just surviving emotionally. And I don't want to paint the wife as a villain here, because neither of you were showing up from fullness. You're both trying to get your needs met, both working from a wounded self, needs that should have been healed before you committed. So it's not about regret or bitterness or blame. It's just owning your story and deciding what comes next and finding a way to diffuse that shame. Because as we always say in every podcast, it's that boy inside of you. The one who didn't get attention, the one who didn't get affection or praise. And when he feels chosen for the first time, he just latches on. Not because he's broken, because he's starving. He's starving for love and attention and affection. And now years later, that boy is now a man, but he's still inside of you.